We are Jay and Kenna, otherwise known as Sailing Sitka. This is a video to tell you a little bit more about us and exactly why you should vote for Sailing Sitka in this year's Best Emerging YouTube category for the Cruisers Awards. Having lived aboard full-time for years, we decided to sail south from Victoria, BC, Canada in September of 2022. Jay, having 15 plus years of sailing experience, was thrilled. Me, having only sailed 5 times prior, was not, but I was up for the adventure either way. Now sailing around Mexico, we couldn't be happier. It just goes to show that living fearlessly can pay off, but don't let that fool you, because cruising is just fixing your boat in exotic places, right? What I would say that we get complimented on the most is how authentic we are. We film everything. We film what's bad, broken, and brutal, but when it's good, you better bet we catch those moments too. A message from us would be, go for it, whatever it is to you, because all we have is now, and that is all we'll ever be promised. If you're intrigued or would like to support, please consider voting for us for the Best Emerging YouTube channel on the official Cruisers Awards page. This will help us gain traction to our channel and support our journey of sailing around the world. Fair winds and following seas from yours truly on SV Sitka. Hi guys, coming back at you with day 2 in the yard.
We're actually going to be here for an extra day or 2 than we thought, because we were like planning on switching the boat from here to the storage lot, where once you're in the storage lot you can't work or live on it, so you have to basically leave. But we thought we wanted to leave on the 28th, but we can't, because it's a Sunday and that's the only day the yard doesn't do lift operations. So we have to delay it for a day, because if we went a day earlier it would put us too much stress on us, so we don't want to do that. So the 29th is when we're going to transfer first thing in the morning, and then we have to make our way 2 hours away. But anyways, back to what we got to do today. We're going to put all the stuff that we've taken apart yesterday and clean. So all the running rigging, all the lines, all the halyards are just drying right now. And in the meantime, we're going to take the outboard and bring it in here and do a bit of work on it. So we're just gonna clean it all up with WD-40. We'll take the carburetor out and clean it so that next season it's ready. Then we're gonna grease the tie downs so they don't get corroded, and then we're gonna put the cover on it and lock her up, and she's gonna be there for the season. Next thing we're gonna do today is we're gonna bring the entirety of the anchor chain out. We're gonna rinse it out. We'll probably end to end it as well. So basically the end that's always in the water tied to the anchor is now going to become the back end. So that's going to be the end that's going to be tied in the boat, and then the end that never sees water because it's like so much chain is going to be now tied to the actual anchor. And then we're going to remark it every 20 feet with red paint. I think we still have some. And while the chain's out, we're also going to clean the anchor locker, because like over all the months, like there's been times where there's been like, you know, creepy crawlies like gumming in there from like, they're dead obviously, they're things that grew underwater, but like it stinks in there. So we're going to wash that up. Once that's all done, we'll see how much time's left, and I might do a few little things like take some winches apart and grease them, and then tomorrow we start sanding the hull. So that'll give us 3 full days of sanding if we need it, so that's good. So we're gonna sand the whole bottom and above the waterline to that white stripe.
Woo.
Yeah. So that's day 2 about to begin here.
Let's get going.
Let's get going. I just finished cleaning the carb and the fuel filter and all that stuff with carb cleaner. So with this guy here, so that's all done. And now I decided I was gonna clean the spark plugs and look at them, and good thing, because like it's still, by the way, it starts first pull, but look at how corroded this is from like just being in use. I mean, this has been our car for 9 months, right? And like, look, that was the bottom one, and then that's the top one that I'm gonna remove now. And look at, like, there's salt on everything in here. It just shows that like once you get a couple waves over your outboard, you definitely need to give it a good clean. And like the clamp that locks the lid here, like it's starting to have rust on. I mean, this engine's like over 20 years old, but so we're gonna give her a good clean and make ourselves ready for next season so we don't have to do that and it doesn't sit with salt and corrosion. All right, well, I just went and fished out 2 new ones. Like I said, these spark plugs do work, but I feel like they're getting so corroded that it's better to just change them. They're like $7 for the 2, I think. They're really cheap, so that's the old ones and that's what the new ones look like. So I'll probably keep these ones as spares because they still work, and I'll get 2 more new ones back in Canada where they're easy to find, and we'll fly back with them next season.
I'm just here holding the outboard, you know.
She's the outboard mount.
Lunch break, finally. I made egg salad sandwiches like a couple days ago. Well, the mix, so.
Yeah, the day before we hauled out, and some pasta. So that's been really nice to be able to like come in and just have like a quick lunch and not like waste too much time and go back to work. So now we're done. This is day 2, so we're done the outboard. Took a little bit more time because we did the spark plugs and cleaned up a little bit more than I thought. Also greased everything, like all the turnbuckle things to like tighten it, grease the lock to lock it, and put the cover on so that way next season it's not all seized and we have to cut the lock, hopefully. Put all the lines away. And now we're just about to have lunch, and then after that we're gonna jump into the anchor. So yeah, what we explained earlier, so we'll show you that in a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm a dirty boy. So I'm in timeout. I just don't want to sit on the couch with her dirty ass clothes.
So we're sitting on the floor eating 3-day-old egg salad sandwiches. So an unexpected change of events here. We're gonna be sanding because this is the 2nd time now that this boatyard has run out of water or has had water issues, or we don't know. Kind of left in the dark about it, but all we know is we have no water and we can't do a lot of the projects that we want to do without it. So
we can't clean the chain, obviously, and I just disassembled the water intake for the engine for the raw water side. So I was gonna like put a bucket of fresh water and then have the hose in it so we can run the diesel engine with fresh water, so it's fresh water sitting in the heat exchanger and not salt water. But right now we're all ready to go on that project, but we don't have any fresh water. So we can't do that. We can't do the anchor chain. The only thing left to do requires fresh water apart from sanding. So might as well sand. And there's no showers either right now. So hopefully the water comes back on, or else we have one 10-liter water jug that we can shower with, but that's not enough after sanding the bottom. But yeah. 3 points of contact, people. Look at this. Safe workspace.
not intimidating at all.
We've been sanding for, I don't know, an hour.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's going pretty good. The only thing is the pads on the orbital are just like not sticking well. And I just changed the backing on it. Like the actual backing pad. So I had one left, like this actual pad here. So I just changed mine. They still fly off. Like I'm going through sandpaper this way too much. And there's a couple blisters, not a million, but like, I don't know, we found like maybe 6 or 7. So we want to dry them out so that next season we can fill them up and fair them and paint them.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why we wanted to do this job before leaving. So they don't sit in there and explode when they boil up. All right, now we had our little Harmica break. It's just water mixed with this little powder made out of ground up flowers that we like. And now we're gonna go back at it. Kenna looks like a raccoon, look at her. Can tell the mask works because the only place where she's not black is her nose.
Arm.
Yeah, it'd be better with bunny suits,
Oh my
but
God.
it's impossible to find here.
Wow.
And there's no water, so. Do you understand why I said like it's gonna be shit if we can't shower?
Holy smokers. I'm actually kind of enjoying this, so. Shut up. Water activated. Real time. This is live. No way! I'm gonna wash. All right, engine's running. Water's going through, fresh water, there it is. Jay's down below making sure everything's all good. Look at this setup.
Yeah, so basically I have the raw water hose intake in this half-cut bottle of water, and then I have the hose from outside filling it. So we're running fresh water through the engine so that all the cooling passageways that look like a honeycomb in the heat exchanger are going to be now filled with fresh water instead of salt water, so it won't crystallize with salt everywhere. So we'll let this run for like 5 minutes, and then we'll shut that off. Let me know if it's still going.
Still going. Well,
30 bilge rats are back at it.
yeah, and we're friggin' done for the day. Okay,
Yeah.
we're done.
We weren't even planning on sanding today, and we did almost an entire side. The only thing
Yeah.
left is the front.
Yes,
That
pretty
little bow
much.
piece.
Pretty much the entire side here is done, except for a little
went-
bow piece here.
We went through 80 pads of orbital sandpaper.
Yeah.
Normally I don't use that much. It was like, it's good stuff too. It's from Poland. It's like European stuff, but I think it's just been sitting in the boat so long that the Velcro is kind of like not as good. And it worked. It just like was annoying because the pads kept
Very
flying off.
annoying.
And like the pads were still good. It's just they won't stick, so they're useless. But yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, anyway. That's all, folks. We'll see you for day 3.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. Stick around for more to come. If you enjoyed, please spread the love and let us know. Special thank you to our Patreon members for making these videos possible, as well as helping our dreams come true. See you all next week.